I'm still working on it. Still working on it. All right. Looks like we're 100% here. And there I am live. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Just getting underway on a Wednesday evening. Hello, Prepping. How are you? P2E and Roger Brown. That would make 2020 worse. What would? Hello, Kitten Cat. Just a NorCal dude. How are you? Hello, Missy. Zoe. How are you? My Baltimore gal. Hello, Laura. Good evening to you. Happy Wednesday night. Teeny. Happy Wednesday. What's up, Tara? How you doing, sweetie? Almost Uber. Nice to see you. Thank you, Vanilla. Nice to see you. Buenos noches, senoras and senoritas and senoras. Bienvenidos a la El Rancho. Buenos nachos. Yeah. How you doing, Mo? And Rabbit Haircut. Hello. Nice to see you tonight. Hello, Snickerdoodle. Oh, my nose has been itchy all day. 2020 officially sucks. Today I'm throwing in the towel on the whole year of 2020. Hello, Nellen. Long time no see. Hi, Sugar Cane. Yeah, I came on a little bit earlier tonight because I'm unsure about the power situation here. We're literally between here in Santa Rosa. We're kind of literally between two firestorms right here, and the air quality is terrible. I don't know if they're going to be cutting the power here. Hello, Doris. Greetings, Cinnamon. Hot, hot, hot. I missed you too. Yeah, I did not go live last night. I was so heat baked from being out yesterday and kind of disappointed to truck up about 20 miles up the road to Geyserville to the Francis Ford Coppola Winery via Alexander Valley. Beautiful. You're not even allowed up there today because of the fire situation. Snorting a blow. Therefore the itch. Yeah, this whole year's crapola. Prison without dining out. Think of how much money you're saving. Literally right now, I can't go north. Right, they got fires up at everything is closed off at Jenner, where the Russian River meets the Pacific Ocean. That's all. That's all a fire zone. I can't go east because of the fires over there, and I can't go south through Point Reyes and all down there. So we're like in a big bubble right here. I wrote 2020 off. I have really written it off today. Now, I want to say right off the bat that spare a thought for Joey D. Perolis here. He's in a much more tenuous situation around Travis Air Force Base, as are the boss and Janet down in the Fairfield area. They've had the big fire jump the Interstate Highway 80 to the east side. So I'm not exactly sure. Our country is in trouble. No kidding, Chris. Our country is screwed. Our climate is screwed. But you know what? I'm still smiling. I'm trapped at home. Yeah, Vacaville's going to get lit up. Ordered something today I thought I would never need. What was that? Little companionship there or what? My sweetheart, sugar cane. Yeah, I'm definitely with Guerneville. I've done so many good videos in Guerneville and have such good memories. I don't know if I'll try to sneak up there tomorrow and do some video. Um, it's just the terrain is very difficult to fight fire. I know I'm like, holy crap. I seen that earlier. This fire season is horrible. Hello, Jen. Nice to see you. Hey, there's not much I can do about it except just hang out with you guys. We may lose power tonight. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just playing it by ear, so I thought I would come on a little earlier. So many friends have evacuated. Hello, Pocket Changey. Nice to see you. I like the idea of you being trapped. You want to trap me, huh? Well, if you go to calfire.org, you can see the fire map. We have a huge line to the east of us, and the air is really foul here right now. And we have a line to the northwest of us. And we got crap down to the southwest of us. So we're in a big pincher movement. No air support. There's too many fires. CAL FIRE is probably the biggest firefighting force in the world. Airplanes, airships, helicopters, hundreds of thousands of dedicated ground people, but there's just too many fires. There were I think there were over 10,000 lightning strikes in the last 72 hours, so it's terrible. Oakland 170, yeah, it's like 30 fires burning. What's up, pig boy? I'm not preaching, but I think it's a good time to start praying. I would agree with that. I've had an idea that things are, so things are so far in the toilet. Be kind to each other. Any cold silver bullets? Yeah, I hear you, Pocket Changey. Silver bullets. Yeah, I'd like to fire one right into the barrel of, right into the snoot of 2020. It's taxing. It just seems like one thing after another. My parents say there's no sun, it's dark with smoke. We have that weird amber light all day because of the smoke in the air. It's reminiscent of 2017. That weird yellowish glow in the air, so you're getting very subdued sunlight up here. I think in San Diego, someone's water sprinkler went off. They're putting fire accelerants in the air. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that, but they've already had one helicopter pilot has already died trying to fight the fire. So these CAL FIRE people, these firefighters, they're taxed. They don't know which way to turn. The terrain is like this, huge hills and mountains, and it's very difficult to fight this fire because of the heavily wooded area there. The other day there was a smell in the air, and that said from all the fires out that way. It probably is. You're missing out on real estate 2.7 on 30 years. There you go, pig boy. You got it locked in. Good for you. Hello, Lucky Beans. Nice to see you. Somebody said Agenda 21. Sorry about the fires. No problem, Kimmy. I had a trip booked in Santa Cruz. I had to cancel it. I'm so sad it's burning. How you doing, Robert? There's really not much that I can do except sit on my hands. Thank you, Kitten Cat. $2 from Kitten Cat. One for Mama's Garage Boy. How's the smoke down there? We're bad up here. Ground's covered in ash. I knew this stuff was coming. And I sent a couple friends a clip of the air yesterday afternoon, and there was just ash coming down. It looked like snow. And I went out this morning to run a couple errands, and I had to put my wipers on and get all of the ash off of the windshield. Oh, thank you, Sugarcane. Hello, Maggie. Pig Boy's going on that property. Second property this month. New Year's Eve will be a celebration of leaving 2020 behind. Yeah, I heard down in New Zealand, they're really going into strict lockdown because of Cornholio. I just don't know if we're going to escape it, guys. It's like the genie's out of the bottle. You can lock down a country for a while, but you can't put a contact tracer on 7 billion people around the globe. We're just too mobile. And despite what everybody says, I still firmly believe that herd immunity is going to be the ultimate thing. We're on evacuated. I have YOLO. We're on evacuated. I have a place to go. Good for you, Sean. Be careful out there. Well, I would move ASAP. Do you have any? I don't have any sharp receivers. Yeah, let's bring 1995 back. All we had to worry about was Y2K. Dry and weird cold nights sucking moisture out of everything. Well, this heat wave just refuses to break. We have this huge dome of high pressure. It sits over the Humboldt Desert in Nevada, and it's super strong. And it acts like a bumper cushion. Thank you, Pocket Change. $10 from Pocket Changey. Thank you, Pocket Changey. Appreciate it. I was listening to KTVU. I'm not sure if it's near you or not. As it stands now, it's a lot closer to Janet and the boss. They're down in the Fairfield area down there, and Joey D down there. We're talking maybe a mile, 2 miles down there from their particular place. There's a huge fire line to the east of us that goes almost all the way down into Fairfield and below Vacaville, which is where the state prison is. It's also where the air base is down there, the big air base. So I think 1995. I'm graduating from high school. Well, 76, it was my year graduating from high school. And then to the northwest, up near JK NoCal, up in the Windsor area, and up near Guerneville, where I've done several videos and go up to the Russian River and once again Healdsburg, Geyserville, where I was just up on the vineyard yesterday at Francis Ford Coppola's estate up there. Now I don't even think you can get up that road anymore. Yeah, Fairfield's where they make the Jelly Bellies. Yeah, Missy Jen looked great with that cool tractor. Yes, she did. It was nice to see her back after a good 10-week break for Missy Jen. It was exciting to see her upload. For those of you who are curious, we still communicate every single day, as we have for the last 7 years. So it's good to see her. Good to see her uploading. Yeah, graduated 76. 80s and 90s were the best of 2000. 80s and 90s just, I don't know, it was just coming out of the Reagan era. We had a very tough recession in 1980-81 when Paul Volcker, the Federal Reserve Chairman, pushed up interest rates to the point where money markets were yielding 13-14% and home mortgages were in the range of 18%. Effectively slammed against a wall. Chrysler went into bankruptcy. I remember that because I bought stock in a new Chrysler at $3 a share. Yay! But that was a good era. So hey Bully, how you doing? Power's down, part of Fairfield. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, the Russian, nice grapes. What you were looking at in the vineyards, the varieties of grape were Cabernet Sauvignon grapes up there on the Coppola estate. Her channel is Jen and Rosie Reality TV. So grapes were nice. I had a chance to test out the new to me camera. Seemed to perform pretty well yesterday, but I was so disappointed when I got 20 miles up the road and Francis Ford Coppola's winery was shut down unless you were doing a wine tasting or unless you had reservations for the pool for the day. So, and like I said, I'm not paying a couple $100 for tasting wine. How you doing, Karen? Nice to see you. Good to see you, Craig. 2020 could suck just a little more. I'm actually waiting for the bottom to drop out of the market again. That'll be the final. That'll be the final nail in the coffin, I think. After this weird speculative bubble we've had, that's the next shoe to drop. Yeah, there's Missy Jen's latest video. Give her a nice welcome back. It was good to see her back and focusing on the thing that she loves doing, and that is farm implements, particularly combines and tractors. So I appreciate, yeah, if you're not subbed up to her, please do so. She is excited to be back. And I know a lot of people have watched the video. But, you know, when you have your heart set on, oh man, I'm going into great director, the great director's property, the director of, you know, Godfather 2, both won Academy Awards, Best Director, right? Second time in the history of motion pictures behind Billy Wilder, won three Oscars for one movie. And then went on to do The Great Apocalypse Now, one of the greatest directors of all time, Francis Ford Coppola. How you doing, Deb, in Vegas? Lots of ex-boyfriend. It's so weird. Wow, that is kind of weird. Lots of ex-boyfriends are contacting you in this pandemic. Probably techno-fascists with their scam demic. Hey, Peachy Pie, Cinnamon Hot says we have to stand up to these fraudulent criminal techno-fascists with their scandemics. Chris says no rolling blackouts tonight per PG&E. I suspect that the power is off around Janet's area. Janet, the boss, they're a little closer to, a lot closer to the fires. Good to see you, Vicky. Nice to see you. So, spare a thought for them. Also, Joey D, United States Air Force retired. Wonderful guy. Lives around Travis Air Base there, and I know he's got to be a little nervous. I'm going to extend to all of them, if you need a place to come to, especially if I see Joey D on here tonight, they're certainly welcome to come up here to the Rancho. We can accommodate up to 9 people sleeping here. So if anybody wants to share my bed. How you doing, BB and John? Hey, Amanda, fire in the hole. That's right. Chris, are you back in the neighborhood, or are you down in Rohnert Park? I mean, what's the story? Are you still in Tennessee? They need to come to Roseland. We never lose power. Well, I live in the Roseland area, which used to be a separate little political entity within the city of Santa Rosa. It was an island of the county within the city, and it finally got incorporated into the city after years of wrangling. But the last place you want the lights to go out is in Roseland here. It would be like the Purge. I'm telling you, I think people would go nuts around here. So I think that's like a last resort over here. Oh, you're in the hood. Okay, great. Glad. You were shopping in Rohnert Park. Great. It says 13 satanic families are the enemy, not China, Russia, blacks, vegans, rosy girls, or I've never been the enemy, right? Never been the energy. Well, I lost power evidently here the night before I came back on Friday night. They had a looked like a 2 hour rolling power outage over here. Yeah, everyone was here, so I really want to be on the road again, but I almost feel like I got to be in standby mode in case some people need to come here, or the fire picks up speed. Remember, these fires, they generate their own wind because of the updraft created by the flames, and that just feeds them. Thank you, Chris says, keeping an eye out while you were gone. Got your back, girl. Thank you, Chris. That's my neighborhood gal for years down here. Always keeps an eye on things. It was 5 minutes. Okay. Huh. Weird. Weird it would be so short. We lost power for 5 minutes. Okay. You think it was a test. Joey D, you be careful. You're more in the line of fire than I am down there, and good to see you in here. And you're certainly welcome if you need to come up to the Rancho if you need to, and hang out up here. So I have that open invitation for you, because honestly it does not look good around the Fairfield, Vacaville, Travis area down there. So you think they flipped the switch to test? Okay. Yeah, what's up, Chef? How you doing? I don't know. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on. You got the Democratic National Convention. I've been checking in on that. That's pretty weird. Pray for the wineries. It's harvest time. Might not have wine next year. France has already said they're cutting their sale of champagne grapes and general grapes for 2020 because they lost $2 billion last year. The French 2020 since the pandemic, I should say, and they're hurting, so they're going to try to cut production to get prices up. Grapes, you could see by the video, the grapes look pretty much to harvest around, at least up that way. So it's, they've Corbel, which is the famous champagne house here, they had to halt their picking of grapes today in operations because of the fire. Hey Miguel, I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's been a series of bad days. Oh, I drink wine, I'm screwed. It's a good time to be a beer drinker right now, Chris. They've been bragging about their ability to see clouds, steer for storms, and control weather disasters for a long time. Well, maybe they could steer this thing back into the hills again, right? This thing, because these babies move fast, these fires. And also spare a thought for the firefighters out there risking their lives. CAL FIRE. We've now drawn firefighters in from Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada now. So, how do you lose money and alcohol during a pandemic? I think it was the loss of shipments of, it takes a while from the time you harvest champagne till you put it through the two-step process of producing champagne. It takes a while, and just when it's ready to hit the market, the pandemic hits and effectively just shut off the export market for that. It's a couple miles north of my own. Thanks for the invite. Well, you're always welcome, Joey D. You are always welcome. So no heroes here. If you need to come up to the Rancho, just let me know. Any trip I take is going to be one day in nature. It's not going to be beyond that. Hello, Monkey Boy. Gee, I saw it cooled down to 112 today. poor, poor monkey boy. Cooled down to a cool 110 in Las Vegas. Man, I gotta admire anybody that can live in Vegas for June, July, August, half of September. My hat is off to you. Should I stock up on my herbal remedy? I would stock up on things. There's a uh, couple little things going on. You know that derecho that went across Iowa and Wisconsin. I think that destroyed. They said it destroyed like 40% of the corn crop and things in Iowa and Wisconsin. Uh, it looks like food supplies are under assault. Okay, so take a point, take the clue, make sure you're stocked up. Doesn't look like unrest in cities is going to get any better. I mean, you've got things ramping up to violence in places like Portland, Chicago, and there will be a night. There will be a day when you wake up and see the paper or the news that they drove a pickup truck right through the store doors of a supermarket, just rioted and gutted it out, and that'll be the end of inner city food deliveries. Yeah, stocked up today. You never know. We got a greatest ever says we got a big group of neighbors traveling to Vegas this weekend. Supplies are running. I'm going to buy milk and vegetables tomorrow and some more of that damn treat meat. Yeah, the brownie mix that's in Espanol, so I guess the chef will do a Spanish video coming up. And ash falling down. We've had just continuous ash fall here. If President Trump wins the election, they're going to riot and tear this country apart, I fear. So you want to be prepared. This is not to be a negative one tonight, but you know, tomorrow's the day I'm taking my firearm to be cleaned and serviced. I don't want to be caught in that situation where, all of a sudden, by order of the governor, the gun shops are ordered to close down, and that's it. Hmm. Wow, Chris says prices are getting higher. Paid $9 for a can of mixed nuts. No wonder. No wonder. Look at the way they've debased the currency. The dollar's looking precarious. I mean, when the money supply grows 40%, it's got to go somewhere. You know, a lot of that has found its way into Wall Street speculation, but there's too many dollars and too few goods out there right now. Start a personal garden or community garden. Yeah. Tara said they're going to riot if Trump loses. Yeah, I've done a good job this year on the garden. Has really been great. It's been enough to sustain all of my vegetable needs. I'm ready to harvest the first eggplant. That pumpkin is that big. I got two up on there now. Woo! They grow so fast. So fast. Couldn't believe the size of that. I went away. It was like that. I came back and it's like that now, the pumpkins. How you doing, Mouse Toes? So, I suggest things like 50-pound bag of rice, things like that. That would sustain you a hell of a long time if you needed to. Grocery stores have no change. How one, no businesses. How one, no business. Well, it's because of the slowdown in the U.S., because of the production in the U.S. Mint. You need a lot of coins for this economy. I mean, we're talking about billions of pennies and nickels, quarters, and you really feel it when that disappears. Yeah, big pumpkins. Noreen, stand by on that. Okay? Okay? The Federal Reserve came out today. Jerome Powell, who's the Fed chairman, gotta hand it to the guy. He's a really straight-talking guy. He's not an economist. He was a Wall Street investment banker. He's very plain-spoken. He's not like Alan Greenspan, who talked in riddles, some of these eggheads. like Ben Bernanke, and he just came out and said, you know, it's it's pretty rugged out there. Okay, so either either the current statistics are lying or Wall Street's lying, and I know which side I put my money on. My Metamucil is stuck to the bottom of the glass. Stir that up real good. Stir that up good. There are no coins. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn in my. I'm waiting until the reward at the bank gets bigger. Show up with my coins. You don't have to wrap them. All those dirty metal detecting coins back in circulation again. I heard we should sell. I'm here 2 more years. Not sure. I don't know. A lot of people are leaving the big cities. This place is pretty well situated. I think it's 50 miles outside of a big city. I think you're gonna. I think out here it's going to be a magnet to attract more people up to this area because people are fleeing San Francisco. They always were fleeing Oakland, but they're fleeing New York. 10% vacancies there, or what, 30,000 vacancies, and already a 10% drop in rents and things like that. I work with him, feel like many are kept in the dark. Hey, Jeffrey, yeah, I've had better days here. Walmart will take your coins, no fee. I'm afraid that the money in the bank is going to turn to nothing. No. We're not going to go gloomy tonight. Let's put it this way. Sugarcane. If I keep flooding, like, what's the alternative? If you're running the Federal Reserve or you're Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, you got a couple choices, right? One of which is very unpalatable for the short term, and the other is very unpalatable for the long term. The short term is the government holds on to all its money. Nobody gets stimulus, nobody got payroll enhancement, and the stuff just goes down till after 2 or 3 years it hits a level of rock solid base for building a future, and you build up from there. Is that politically feasible? No way. No way. So what's the second alternative? You inflate your way out of the situation, right? You create so much money out of thin air that the debts of the country become less relative to the amount of dollars out there, and the result of purchasing power of people goes down to gold goes up, silver goes up, or everything else goes down, but they go up. So pick your poison. You want A, you want B, because C is we all end up at the same place anyway. We're all screwed in the end on that. Fixing up my grand built their floor in part. Oh, that's cool. Fixing that up. Yeah, they're not gonna. That air base has a big perimeter around it, so it's going down. Death Tower, Walmart's being financed here. I'm home and you're on. Hey, Jackie, good vibes. D, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, I mean, what's the alternative? Tell me what another route out is. I'm not aware of. So real tangible things become important, right? Even in the face of inflationary pressures and job loss, real estate, gold, silver, real things should hold their value. Yeah, I hear you, sugarcane. Yeah, just don't want to lose everything. We're all in the stew, and we should all be thinking of ways that we can help each other out. I'm thinking yesterday. I don't know if you saw my morning video about that family whose son took his own life at 20 years old, and I heard from a lot of people. I know some people in the community. Some people very close to my heart have lost family members through accidents, through taking their own lives, and I think it's terrible. It's sad. But you are on YouTube and you live in this world where you think, well, I've been watching this family for 3 years. They're the all-American family, and you always assume, hey, things are going to be cool. It's going to be interesting to see what they do next. And you wake up to something like that. That was a real cold slap in the face. And it really made me think, hold your loved ones dear and do what you can to help people out. Hello, Nicholas. I'm doing good. You watch that? Yeah, the poor kid. Yeah, hi, Zeus. How are you? Shrimp stew. I'm good. Um, that's real. That's real life. That's real, and I think, damn, couldn't wait to get on the phone to my girls and just, tell them how much they mean to me, and wow, real wake up call. Just do the best where you can. Yeah, thank you, Craig. A lot of you people went over to, a lot of my subscribers went over there. I mean, it's been incredibly supportive. They put up another video tonight planning the memorial service for the son. I think they're, there's a fine line between things that you can put up on YouTube. But I think it's been a way since they lived on YouTube. Some people might question things that are that raw and that real on YouTube, but it's real life. And I think it's somewhat therapeutic that they've had the support of thousands and thousands of subscribers that have kind of bucked them up in this very difficult time. So I give them a lot of credit for their bravery and putting the story out there. Hey, Zeus, we got guns, dogs, and neighbors here, but hardly any food. 2,000 now, 100,000. Okay, there you go, Kenny. Well, you got yourself a job. Could imagine, yeah, and there's been quite a few people in the community that reminded me through comments and through private messages. I'm sure you're quite aware of a lot of them, so let me reiterate once again how my heart goes out to them in the most sincere way possible. It's I think every parent's worst nightmare is to preside over the funeral of a child. I think that's the worst of the worst. Hey, April's. They will cut supplies to internet, electricity, food, water as they deem necessary. It was called living a good life. Living a good story is what the channel is. And it absolutely floored me yesterday. Just totally delivered a wallop of a punch. 20 years old, pre-engaged, just the whole deal. Weapons at the bottom. Wearing the mask is abominable. But I'm used to it. And the other benefit is, at least wearing the mask around is taking a little bit of that smoke smell out of the air, because the smell in the air is just horrendous right now. The smoke and all that. You make me yeah. D. I'm not much for I'll send it to you. I'm not much for people will tell you I'm miscommunication. My moderators will tell you, Jen, Missy, Mouse Toes. Some people write me very long things and they get insulted because they get a sentence or two back. I'm not in a lot of ways, I do like to keep a little bit of distance on YouTube, just because you can find yourself psychologically really deep into the mix of people's lives and things. And I've always had a bit of a discomfort uh, level with that, but no problem at all, D. But just don't be surprised if if things are short, sweet, and to the point. Look at Missy. Rosie's a very few words. Exactly. Exactly. My community. I do my babbling here on the microphone. Yeah, messages are very short for me. Yeah, I know, Monkey Boy. It makes sense to wear a mask in a fire, but get out ASAP. We can't shake titties. Making me email you. We'll work it out. I'm looking forward to meeting you, D. Kansas girl made good in Florida. White folks mostly now. Another one, it's a working class community. Yeah, Noreen's like, yes, your replies are brief. I don't want to sound self-serving, but with over almost 8,000 videos on 3 channels, uh, the amount of mail, the amount of comments that I get on a daily basis, the amount of stupid stuff. Would you pitch this product? Would you do a video about this? Will you do this makeup line? Will you wear this clothing thing? I mean, it gets a bit overwhelming. Just I try to go back and answer comments, and I have to take time to go watch a video from 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, because I've totally forgotten about it. Somebody was asking me about moonshining today, and recipe. I had to go back and watch the video to remind myself of what the hell. All right, Grady Savard, love you. Yeah. Crazy times. The people with China really need the best treatment. Our most vulnerable need to, instead they're afraid of, yeah. There's thousands that each day. It generally numbers anywhere from about 25 on a really heavy day, maybe 100. And these are people with legitimate questions. Not that the things I don't receive in the regular mail aren't legitimate, but with just there's a lot of viewership. You can't judge by what you see on a daily basis because the channel's very deep. You have anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 views a day. That's you know even if 1%, 2% of the people make a comment, and then of those 2%, 1/4 of them will contact you and want to know something about it. So, no, I'm not. That's fine, D. I love you. I mean, yeah, there's no issue at all on that. There's quite a few people have my info here, but please don't be mad though uh, if it's brief. So best thing is just keep your messages brief, then you'll feel happy. Okay, but I love you, gal. That's a fact. Yeah, more getting the shoe with airborne stuff. Oh man, it's just a mess right now. So that's not to make myself sound special, but there's a lot of incoming, and then you get the stupid spam. You get the stupid spam stuff, and the larger your channel grows, which is mine, is still a pipsqueak. But you'll get lots of pitches to represent this, or please call me on this number. I want to talk about doing this. How much can we pay you to put this on? Let us know your rate. I don't know what the hell my rate is. You really want me on your products? I didn't join YouTube to do that kind of crap. So I'm staying very, very true to very true to my roots. Dee is a Kansas girl. Yes, she is. Kansas girl, end up in Florida. So, yeah, I'll be happy to communicate that with you. But okay, it won't make me mad. Wonderful, wonderful. Always feel free to send pictures. Don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble. That's not a big issue. So that's why I like to come on and do. If I feel like if I come on like once a day or every other day with a live stream, and it's a really good chance for us to connect and communicate and get some stuff back. Yeah, Dave says I write Rosie a novel and she answers. Okay. And it's not that I'm not concerned. I'll just need to re-stress that again. It's in the past. I want to put this diplomatic. Some people have very much overshared their lives, and then they found themselves in a position of worry when they got under stress or something like that, or got attacked on YouTube. They were coming back to me. You're not giving out my information, are you? And they start to get that little seed of doubt in their mind. And maybe that's how I got doxxed and things like that. So sometimes the less you know, the better it is. And um, it's I just don't know how to cope with it sometimes. You should do a calendar. Okay, Sugarcane, I'll see. Bye, greatest ever. You take care, honey. Hey, James, how are you? Kenny says, I'm so sorry about the family on the other channel. Rest in peace, their son and brothers. Thank you, Aprils. I appreciate that. Kenny, I can count on two hands over 7.5 years the times I've been floored logging onto YouTube in the morning. I won't tell you the other nine ones, but that really stunned me because there's so much love in that family. There's been so much closeness. There's been so supportive of kids and things. You just don't know really what's going through people's minds. Yeah, the 2021 calendar. Hi, Watch said, good God, Rosie, I've been so depressed since watching the videos. It's so sad that boy caught up on a false religion and was forced to deny who he was. I never really got too much into the religious aspects. Um, I'm not, Mormonism has been an attack through history, as has Catholicism, Judaism, Islam. It's like a moving target of things. So I just don't know. Hey, Ninth Element, I do not know. I don't know what that means, Hai Hua, but we're going to give you a timeout to it's English only at the table. I've been a little depressed about it too. Found myself going back and looking at some of the videos, seeing if there was any clues, and there was a gap of a couple months, and I wonder if him wanting to be out and maybe move in with a girlfriend or something. Wondering if that, but that's just pure speculation, and it's really not warranted at this point in time. Dee says, I see what kind of person you are, and it shows how you're respectful, and even when someone upsets you, you usually brush it off. Hey, Twink, how you doing? Have you ever noticed on YouTube, when you engage, it becomes a never-ending battle? It's like it's like ping pong, back and forth and back and forth. Okay, one day somebody gets to score, but that's only 1 point in a three-match thing, right? And I've seen things go on for years, back and forth and back and forth. And I believe it takes a psychological toll on people that because we tend to have very strong content creators on YouTube and personalities, and a lot of people don't like to be the one to not have the last word and to get the last shot in. So I just determined that the best thing to do was just continue on my own path and let those things go by the wayside. Yeah, I've taken the hits, the insults, and the things, but you know, to engage in that is to engage in that back and forth. And I didn't sign up for that on YouTube. That's the furthest thing from what I want to do. Hey, how you doing, Scottish? Nice to see you, beautiful. I make rose petal tincture for broken hearts. That's nice. Big sympathy to that family. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Hi, Hua Chen. We're on a talking about how 2020 sucks tonight, and it ain't getting any better. So yeah, hi, Watch. So I've found myself that just keep punching ahead. I've done some stupid stuff. I've made some people mad on YouTube, and I'm sorry for that. But there's been other people that have used me that are desperate for content, and they end up digging their own. Because after a while, they look like the fools. They look like their motives become totally transparent, and people see it for what it is, and it just it is what it is. Be careful, social, and from now on, big shit sandwich comment. And it's nice to just leave. Nice whenever you're right. It's yeah, it does sting. I mean, I got feelings too. You know, when people question gender, you don't fit into the umbrella here and there, in which I answer, well, I think I'm a lot happier than you are, so that must say something. As long as I feel happy and pretty good, as long as I feel happy and pretty good, then it's another great day on YouTube. We all have Rosa Guru, and it is what it is exactly, D. So I'm happy. I owe a lot to that to Bobby. I used to be a lot more rambunctious in my early days. There are some videos too where I've lost my shit in a major way, and I never felt worse in my life the next day after those events. And I remember talking to Bobby. Bobby said, "You're gonna have a shorter lifespan if you end up blowing your top every time something comes down the road or something rubs you the wrong way." Or I said, "The only piece of advice I'll ever give you on YouTube is always take the high road, and it is the single best piece of advice that I have ever been given on YouTube." And I thank Bobby for that. It's all good. Yay. Yeah. When people feel uncomfortable, they say awkward things. Craig says, as long as I feel comfortable in my own skin, I'm a happy camper. Yeah, I lost it like a boss. Yeah. And it's not something I'll ever be proud of. But if you can point to 2 times over 8,000 videos and appearances where you lost your crap, I'd say you're doing pretty good. I don't know what that percentage works out to be. What? 1,000ths of 1%. I'd say that's a pretty good record. Yeah, I know my top's pretty blown up. I know. I live with it every day. Hey, Hop Frog, Bobby, the voice of reason. He is a very good guy. It's why Bobby's so well met. Uh, because ever since I've known Bobby, he's a consistently a person that would take one for the team, for family, for friends. Uh, Very easygoing. Just make sure you get along. So it's always been wonderful. Thank you, D. I think you're one of the most real people I've seen. Oh, thank you, Sugar King. You mean you are a human? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get a refill. I'll be back in a minute. Use the restroom too. Boy, that sky is so smoky. Hope you couldn't hear me tinkling. I did wash my hand. I've been drinking so much water to stay hydrated because of this heat. All right. I love you, Cinnamon Hot Dad says that. I would have been charged with murder with elbow BS. Hey Dixie, how you doing? Hello Rhonda, nice to see you. So spare a thought for Monkey Boy too. He, moving from LA to Las Vegas and dealing with that heat, working in it and everything else, and it's nothing sucks it out of you like just working in the heat. Mr. Z too. Yeah, you didn't take us with you, as in the shop. I know, Jackie. Yeah, I wish things were better too, but I got you guys. We're cheering up tonight. We're gonna stay positive on here. Um, I want most of your thoughts and prayers to be directed for the boss and Janet, and for Joey D, because nighttime always seems to bring the most horror with these fires and their movement and the speed at which they move, because they're more in the line of immediate line of fire than I am. I'm caught between like two lines. One's moving from west to east, and the other's moving from east to west. So at least I got some room. Let's see. Rather than not calling any names, have you seen that rolling shit show lately? It's a mess, girl. When when I got knifed in the back, as many people told me would happen, on February 25th, I unsubbed that channel, put a block on that channel, and I've not been back on that channel since. I've seen the occasional parodies and things like that. I'll look at them for a second or two, but I've been so much happier for it. I've felt so much better by just moving past it, letting history speak for itself. The work I did, the way I bloodied myself, infections got so bad I had to take a week off. Poured my guts into it, poured some money into it. It'll forever stand as a testament that people will know in in reality what the reality was for that. There's no wind and magical. Well, we won't get rain. That rain we got that triggered all that lightning, 10,000 lightning strikes in 72 hours was a freak event here. So we won't see any relief from rain or anything like that. Live in North Carolina my whole life, construction, welding, agriculture. 40 days till I go from Michigan to Arizona. There you go, Roy. Unsubbed all the channel. Yeah, I got to move on. You know, I was in Nevada and I love Monkey Boy, but he would tell me something. Yeah, I clicked into that this morning. I said, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Zero interest in that, and I don't feel like anything's missing. You know, would I welcome Narce to the Rancho in a heartbeat? I think he called me the other day. I haven't called him back. Welcome him in a heartbeat. Unsubbed, enjoyed YouTube. Yeah, I think Rouge. It just, how much of that can you take? And after a while, you stop looking at it and questioning how can people do that on the daily, and you find yourself suddenly looking at yourself and saying, how can I watch that on the daily? What YouTube is today is nothing, bears no relation to what it was when I joined in 2013 as a creator, and certainly nothing like when I first started watching YouTube videos in 2008. And I attribute live streams to a lot of the creating the climate of problems in some quarters that we have today. Ninth element is that you're most influenced by the top 5 people that you hang out with. Yeah. No, not literally, figuratively speaking. Norbeck or Parody, I'm watching less and less of YouTube. He's been playing house and prepper. Sad, we must avoid new relationships due to income disparity and such. Well, YouTubers turned into a giant money-sucking machine. So a lot of things that the trolls say are correct. People I've watched for years for videography and cinematography, instead of doing the videos as they did for years about cinematography and videography and doing their own thing, as soon as they get dangled that sponsorship, they start gearing their videos to become promotional platforms for that, whether it's Squarespace or Storyblocks or something like that. They have to carve out 25% of their video to promote. Didn't sign up to YouTube to do that. Hey Amanda, how are you, babe? I need you to. Oh, thank you, babe. No problem. I know you're busy out there. Yeah, over 400,000 acres now on fire in California, plus another 100,000 in Federal. Yeah, I also enjoy North and South. I do. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? That's one thing when people throw you, you know, a legitimate tip once in a while if they enjoy the content, but to come on and just pound for it and then start pointing your videos to becoming promotional platforms for products. It's been disappointing. 2020 has really been disappointing to me in that regard. It's so many of the photography, cinematography, videography channels that I've watched have just gone bat crap crazy for stuff that I don't really care to see. Uh, uh, oh, okay, but it was nowhere. But I tried to make it. Oh, D, that was good. I enjoyed it. I commented on that. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Says always loved watching, and your wisdom on subject matter is amazing. I'm an old. As long as I've been around, you learn a thing or three, maybe. Kenny says the story about your pop busting his leg in a sled accident hit home. For me, I was on a two-person sled and a friend bailed off. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road, but people have the freedom to do what they want to do on YouTube. But don't underestimate the intelligence of people on YouTube. No problem. Yeah, it's good to see you, Amanda. I know you got a lot of things going on. What was weird when I grew up, we used to take a bus. We used to take a bus out of the city out to the country club, and they had a big hill that went down. But at the bottom of it, it had a big hump, like maybe 2.5 feet tall. So you'd come down this hill that was probably the length of football field, and you would hit that hump, and you would go airborne, and for the most part, things were pretty good. But one year in the fall, they'd been doing some maintenance, and they dug down at the beginning of the bump because they had a pipe that it was actually covering a pipe there, and they dug away a lot of the slope, so it just became like a wall with a pipe that was running through it. And I guess the ground froze. They didn't finish it up. They put some cones around it or something like that to keep people away. But people hit the hill, the first big snowstorm, they just you couldn't see, you just saw the hump. They took the cones, they threw it to the side. One guy got on his sled, went down, and killed himself because he split his skull running right. What wasn't a slope now was like a wall with a pipe right there, like a 10-inch pipe, and he just cracked his skull open, and that was the end of sledding on that hill. Yeah, I hear you, Kenny. I found your live feed. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, GTB. Thank you. When you don't have an agent or pump, people are bound to make the wrong alliances with products. I've never been sledding. It was terrible because people assume what is still there. Like, snow fell, foot of snow, just made it look normal, hit the hill, and one guy just went wham, just hit that right into that pipe, stopped him cold. His head just flattened to halfway down his back. It was horrendous. Yeah, poor guy. That's when the insurance company said no more sledding on that. No more sledding on that hill. That was the end of that. 9 says when you don't have an agent or publicist, people are bound to make the wrong alliances with product. Well, the thing is, like Squarespace is a website that you can download your stuff on. You can pick your templates and all that. But all the people that represent Squarespace is part. You'll hear a video. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, and then they'll talk about it. They all say the same line. Right? Be original. Show some different stuff on it. Building jumps for kids. Yeah, it was horrible. The last thing somebody expected when they went sledding that day would be their last day. I guess Sonny Bono could say the same thing skiing up in the southern Sierras when he hit a tree and died. You never know. You never know. Going to McDonald's for a Big Mac. I'll be back. Hi, Watch. You got to get that Burger King app. It's like they're giving it away over there. Uh, Kenny said, I was a two-man sled. My pal bailed off before the jump. I hit and felt the pop. Yeah, it can be pretty dangerous. You watch the people with bobsled. I remember that whether it was bobsled or the luge or something at the Olympics. I don't know whether it was a trail run and somebody on the bobsled got decapitated, just flipped over and went up the wall and just sliced it right off. They say we're young and we don't know. We'll find out until we grow. Ooh, you babe. I got you, babe. I remember watching that in 1967, 68. I hated my sister. I wanted to watch like Leave It to Beaver or something, and there's Sonny and Cher on the TV. Take care, Dee. Take care, sweetie. Yeah, will do, babe. Will do. Will do. I got you, babe. Thank you, Amanda. Well, I'm not very busy right now. Just a pressure. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Just put lots of love into your craft. Thank you, sweetie. I hope things get better for you. It's a sign of the times that we're in. But tough times don't last forever. Okay, and that makes the good times so much sweeter when they come. My prescription for you, Amanda, get yourself a nice chocolate bar, honey, and kick back and enjoy. Okay. Give yourself a real treat. All right. Much love to you. Thank you, Amanda. Remember, there's 100 Ways to Die. Lots of freaky stuff on there. Yeah. 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 Amanda's always been wanted for year in, year out, year out. You wonder what you can do. I mean, to just reciprocate the kindness that she shows. I had a hard time doing that. It just didn't want to work. That's your subconscious saying, "Do I really want to give $10, or might I follow High Watch to the McDonald's and load up for that $10?" 50 ways to leave your lover. So. Now, as far as other stuff that's coming up here, I feel very pinched in. As far as travel, everything I do is going to be short. I feel like for the sake of my friends and the potential need to use the Rancho as a safe haven, that I'm not going to venture too far. Plus, I'm blocked in road-wise from really doing too much traveling right now. So I'm going to continue with the day trip theme, which has not worked out that good because of closures and things like that. Hey, Jackie Blue, how are you? You take care, Amanda. Much love to you. Get yourself a. I find that's the best therapy. Some nights I just go into the stash of candy I bought for prepping and I'll pull out a Hershey bar. It's only 220 calories and it just, oh, enjoy. Sugar, you ain't annoying, huh? You're never enjoying. I love you to pieces. My gal Charlotte. I don't know, gal Charlotte. I don't. Just send me a Gmail. I didn't block you. Got Vegas in before the fires. Vegas was a good trip. But, Chef, I mean, you live in Texas. You're all through Louisiana and Oklahoma and parts down there. But, damn. 114 degrees would wilt anybody's wiener. I'm just saying. Okay? I mean, it just knocks the crap out of you. You look up, oh, the sun's going down. You walk outside. Oh, we're done eating dinner at the California Hotel, and it's 8:30. And guess what? It's 108 degrees. Still, and then all the buildings and all the sidewalks and all the streets are releasing that heat back into the atmosphere. Pandemics blow. Imagine all the suckers wondering if it's safe to come out yet. Yeah, just send me a Gmail. I can make it like new at gmail.com. We'll get you unblocked. Okay. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. Let's see if we can get to 100 thumbs. Fun but hot. I don't know. Um, the more I think about Vegas, and I don't know. I had a dream last night that Lake Mead just dried up out there, and I don't know. I woke up, there were tumbleweeds just blowing along across Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm driving up, and it's just sand blowing, and sand dunes are drifted up against the buildings, and I'm just like, when was the last time it was 114? Um, it gets up to about 109. I'm not sure what the all-time record. I think we've probably been. Somebody can look up the all-time high for Santa Rosa. I know in this area it's been like 110, 109, 110, something around there in my recent memory. But it's kind of a rarity. This heat wave may start to break tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, that's it, Chef. It's the humidity too. They got a farmer that dragged me back, then my friend got emerged. Yeah, likes are appreciated. Hottest summer record, just freaking fantastic. Oh yeah, this is wine country, sugarcane. This is a Mediterranean climate characterized by normally hot days, which we've had, and cool nights. But we've had hotter days and not so much cool at nighttime. So it's accelerating the grapes. They'll probably be picking them earlier. But you got to remember, most days in summer it'll get up to 90, and then it'll be in the mid 50s in the morning. Usually by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, you got to close the doors and windows. It gets chilly. So, yeah, the water in Lake Mead. I mean, you look at the drawdown of usage of that water compared to when that was built in 1933 or 1936 it was finished, I think, and you didn't have the population in Arizona or Las Vegas to draw that now. It's like, what's up, Alpha Wolf? Hello, Nina. Good evening, Cheryl. Humid in Phoenix, no such thing as dry heat. Pretty mild this year. Yeah, this is typical wine country. These events are unusual, but it's unusual to have fires this early. So, never know. We might be undergoing an early climate shift. Right. Climates do change. But it's good to see Monkey Boy. What'd you think of Monkey Boy? Looked pretty good having that dinner, huh? The perfect gentleman. Yeah, you go down to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Florida. All the way from, I'd say Baltimore south, just wretched heat and humidity all through the south. The whole damn year is unusual, yeah. Yeah, from what I can determine, Cheryl, I'm just keeping an eye on that fire line in Joey D. Joey D, my wonderful friend, United States Air Force retired. I put it out to him if he needs a place to come to. He's certainly welcome to come to the Rancho. And I'll extend it the same thing to the boss and Janet too. So um, I'm more in like the Chinese water torture. The things are kind of slowly closing in, whereas it's coming down from the north on them. So moisture just takes it. It does. Sucks the life out of you. Monkey boy, Mr. Down looked hot, and it wasn't just the heat. We did okay down there. Just another reason to skip this year, exactly. Yeah, Vacaville is near, and Fairfield is very near. Sassoon City, all down that way. That's where the, I will say they're under evacuation warning. I did a gal, she had her eye kids tattooed. She went back for more. Eyelids? Yeah, I just have a little space in the middle, Alpha Wolf, to just have a sit the TV there. That's what I got there. Tattoo the eyelids. I don't know. They say that's okay until you get older and things sag, and then it's like. I think they're just keeping a watchful eye on things, Joey D. Half of them are rebuilt, half of them aren't on the wall. Keep reading that over. Yeah, I'd say half of them have been restored and half. I decided to slow that down a little bit. I did do a video today on a simple cleanup and tune up for a guy that bought the unit years ago, the shortwave AM unit. He wanted to get that service cleaned up, relamped, and lubricated. I did that today. But I decided most of this stuff will wait till I'm not traveling as much, and then I'll have a lot of projects to do here at home. Sacrilege, I don't know. Sorry it bothers you. No, I've never been able to light them all up at once because a lot of these are vacuum tube, and the current draws are incredible. It would just continuously trip all the breakers back there. So, is water getting warmer? Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. Just a real simple one to just put up something today to keep the flow coming of projects. It's nice when you sell something to somebody and they bring it back in clean, in great shape. This is an older gentleman. He's got to be in his mid-80s now, and he really enjoys DXing or shortwave listening at night to see what he can pick up on there, the lost art of radio listening. Seen them, fell in love. Yeah, I know it'd be amazing to see them all lit up. I was the next thing I'm going to feature. I've had so many people talking about it. This is the Harman Kardon, the twin power there. Maybe you can see the green lit up a little bit on there. I'm probably going to re-feature that because so many people ask about that. The HK Twin Power 430. It's a beautiful unit. Really beautiful. I was messing with that a little bit today. What do you care, Robot Man? You're nothing on YouTube. Just your garden variety troll. Yeah, well, just all well so far. We'll hopefully get a handle and the winds die down so things are a little calmer tonight. Yeah, get Robot Man. Yeah, I'm whatever you want me to be, honey. with just a nice packaging. Could be the guy of your dreams. I love my 35 Philco Cathedral. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Those Philco Cathedral radios are nice. Yeah, Harman Kardon is very good looking gear. Scanner fan, I want to be a ham radio, but don't need to be known. My brother was a ham radio operator. I studied Morse code. I learned one time I knew all the Morse code. Back then, for a novice license, you were required to 5 words a minute or something like that with Morse code. Now they don't have the Morse code requirement anymore on that. Yeah, best of both worlds. There you go, Cheryl. What do you want me to be? I'm like the Swiss Army knife. All the parts you could want. Yeah, no more code required. Yeah. Yeah, we hit 14,000 foot. Wow. But I don't know, my wonderful friend Drew, who passed away, I guess it's been about 2 years or so. He was really deep into ham radio. He was a relay operator, emergency operator, and everything else. Yeah, they dropped that. So, 180, long time no see. You sweet devil, you. How you been doing? Good to see you. Woo! I detected. Yeah, I've yesterday been creeping around outside in that heat, 105 degrees up in the Alexander Valley. It was gorgeous up there, just beautiful. But um, I was so ragged out when I got home from being in the sun. Sun just sucks it out of you. I just crashed last night and went to bed. So yeah, I'm continuing to work on the tan. I want to go up on the Russian River and do a videoing, inner tubing. But now all that whole place is under every place I had in the video yesterday. Every location is under either evacuation mandatory or evacuation warning coming. I was really roaring when it jumped across. Yeah, I know, Joey D. So you got to be careful. Right, call someone with TT. Kit Kat. Yeah, thank you, 180. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm honored to see you come in tonight. I hope things are going good for you. Who remembers that? So my Swiss Army knife girl. There you go. Oh, that's what Corey called me. All right, the Swiss Army knife. All the parts you could want. Colorado every day over 90. Yeah. But you got that beauty of Colorado. You got that beauty of Colorado. I enjoyed Colorado. Of course, I'm the person that loves Kansas. Right? What is that? What does that say about my life? Right? Rosie's the only person on YouTube that ever been a big fan of Kansas. Of course, I love it. Manhattan, Goodland, Russell, Salina. I can't wait to do some trekking around there. Yep, come here for Salt River tubing. Yeah, I love it, Rosie. Yeah, I've got some tubing. I got a tubing video up. I guess it's on the Murphy channel from last year. Hey Harley, hello everyone. Prayers needed. A friend's brother lost his home to fire in Vacaville. They're safe. They saved one vehicle and then RV. Everything else is gone. For the last 2 years, I worked very hard to. This seems like it's going to be a continuous thing. It used to be once every 50, 100-year event. Like the last big fire was 1963 or something. They had students from the junior college up there fighting the fire in the hills. We went from 1963 all the way to 2017 with no big issues. What was that? I don't know, 50 some years. 2017. 1/3 of Santa Rosa got wiped out. Okay, 6,000 homes in 6 hours. The next year, right? Paradise, California, just gone, destroyed. Last year, J.K. NoCal's having to flee from his home in Windsor, right? And, you remember when the man who shall not be named came to the rancho and smoke air was filled with ash? 3 years in a row. Maybe 18 we didn't yet. Maybe 19 we didn't really. Yeah, we did. I now learn I have all the important stuff in one briefcase. All my important papers, all the documents related to the house, the deeds, the insurance, banking. So I can just grab that and go. Right? And I've worked things down to such a point, just grab the camera gear, grab 8 of my favorite units up here, and just sayonara. See ya. See you later. Good night, sugar. Love you. And still, global warming is fake. Not on my part. I'm a believer that you pump enough crap into the atmosphere, it's going to kick back. Man, Scatterbrain, Swiss Army Girl. That's it, Cinnamon. Hey, Jay Holly Kiwana, how are you? The vineyards in 2017 got a lot of smoke damage. They had to scuttle that year's a lot of that year's production was basically useless because it was smoke damaged and thank God that there are vineyards out there, because the CAL FIRE and all the fire experts determined that vineyards made excellent fire breaks because they are kept weeded. They don't have a lot of grass between the rows, and they became great fire breaks for protecting the large parts of the city. I'm doing good, Kiwana. Yeah, it was 130 in Death Valley. That's what you can use this channel for. What? I want to keep things fun on the channel, so I mean, I'm worried. I've told you before, things start to smack of the end times. I'm waiting for the mega earthquake. I'm waiting for underneath a Yellowstone or whatever to blow. So happy to see. Oh yeah, Jen. Yep, she's doing good. Jen and I were in contact every single day. I told, excuse me. I told you guys it would be a matter of time until she returns, and she needed some time off. And she needed to pull away from YouTube a little bit, and she needed to get back to her roots of the things that she loves doing. Farm implements, animals, combines, tractors. She loves that. She loves that kind of stuff. So it was great to see her on today. Always learn stuff. I'll be entertained. I'm worried, if you can believe it or not, it was hotter back when I came to California than it is now. I believe that, Joe. But I know you have to go back to the 1930s to find heat records like we're having today. Like Death Valley, I think it was 1931 or something like that. That kind of heat. Hard times coming. Yeah. Did you see the video, YouTuber Adventure Unknown? Mate with the unman where he literally came out of the closet No, I didn't. I don't watch that stuff anymore. I've unsubscribed to that channel that you mentioned too. It's another person that turned on me, so I just unsubbed and moved on. Integrity fun, intelligent old lady. I'd be so nervous. Cinnamon, you're sweet. News said 130 was likely the hottest temp on record. They said it's always been a place, there's always been a place like in Africa, Abu Dhabi or something like that, that they've battled back and forth. They claim it was like 132 degrees, but they couldn't verify it. I think Death Valley is a more realistic gauge of temperature. Don't worry. I'm watching PG&E stock to see if it drives. Oh no, kitten cat. I'd be worried more about people paying the bills. Thank you, Angus. I'm feeling good, honey. Got a little heat worn out yesterday. I do videos now. I'm hauling around a lot of gear, some real heavy stuff, and people giving you the stink eye. People are always very careful when you're in their vineyards, and God forbid you should touch one of their Cabernet Sauvignon grapes or something like that. You were watching Canal and Maze, how they deal with the heat, so many tricks to stay cold, but they're still suffering out there, Craig. People die out there. I don't find any attraction. Good place to visit, wintertime. But I don't find any attraction. I don't find any, uh, for me personally. And for older people, I think it's particularly risky. Your body doesn't function as well. You don't dissipate heat as well when you're older, and you become dehydrated easier, and that starts to mess with your mind. You go out in Death Valley, Scotty's Furnace or whatever, 130-degree day. You walk out 1 mile, trudging across there, no water, no nothing. It's a good chance you'll be passed out or dead by the time you walked a mile back to a place like that. I'm 77, been to Yellowstone once, raised goats and chickens. All right, cool. Hey, Emerald, how are you? Yeah, there you go, Jackie. What area? Bobby's in Santa Rosa here. The boss and Janet are in the Fairfield area down there, which is it's the front lines right now. Fairfield, Vacaville. I've got fires to the northeast, northwest of me here, right where I was up in wine country. Alexander Valley's all closed off access up there now. Corbel Winery, Corbel Champagne Cellars had to suspend grape picking up there. I've got fires to the south of me, Point Reyes, down in that area. So we're ringed by fire, but it's not imminent here. Yeah, that's right. Drivers suck, but I'm back. Okay, there you go, High Watch. Yeah, it's until it's allergy season. The trouble just dealing with the humidity and the heat here. How close are the fires to my house? I want to say about 10 miles, 10 miles to the northwest of me. Maybe eight, up about maybe 8 miles north of here. As the crow flies, about 25 miles east of me and 20 miles south of me. So we're in a ring here, but things are closing in on us here. Uh, yes, we're okay. We're so far so good. Has been issued for the city of Healdsburg. You may be ordered. Please prepare your go bag. Yeah, that's Healdsburg was just threatened last year, along with J.K. NoCal, in the city of Windsor. So if Healdsburg, Windsor won't be long behind. So I got the big backyard, J.K. You want to bring that? You want to bring that rig in? And if it was okay, then I was like, yeah, I got to drop to my knees in prayer. But the air quality is poor. I went out last night. It was like it was snowing. So much ash falling from the sky. Now tonight that stopped. I think we had a wind shift here. So. Damn, I got a piece of chicken in my teeth. So we'll see how things go. It's almost like, I don't know. Just depends. What overnights are the worst because firefighters can't do anything. You can't fight the fire at night. It's too dangerous for firefighters. They're in very steep ravines, trying to climb mountains and setting backfires and things like that. Yeah, that's why I can't really travel too much right now because I'm kind of blocked to the south of me, the southwest. I'm blocked to the north, and I'm kind of blocked to the east. So yeah, it's snowing there too. I imagine it is, Joey. I bet it's really snowing. I hear it in your voice, so may you don't dismiss people like Earth Angel, Earth Angel, Earth Angel. Yeah, Bodega Bay also prepared to evacuate. So it's like I've been in a burning ring of fire. You'll stay up with me. Well, I'm going to go to sleep. But I want to put it out there to all my friends, Joey D, everybody out there, JK NoCal, anybody in the area. I always have the Rancho, and just bring a sleeping bag or whatever. Crash on out. Enjoy the hospitality of the Rancho. Pull your rig into the back. Yeah. I was listening to the radio channel, news channel. They were keeping me updated on how you're doing. Yeah. Depends what happens overnight. I remember 2000 was it last year? Was it last year? It was the year before. Hell, what year was it? Maybe it was last year. I don't remember. I've had so many fires here, but I was listening through the night as they were beginning to evacuate the city of Santa Rosa. I guess it was the year before. I'm not sure. Maybe it was last year. And they have everything by grid. You're in a certain, like block 6, block 8. Then they'll tell you the boundaries from Stony Point Road west, south to Todd Road, block number 8, mandatory evacuations. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And they called like block 4, which is Roseland area. And I looked at Jen, and Jen looked at me, and like, are we going to go or not? Are we, we just looked at each other. And we got up, we got dressed. We had already had the car all packed with the essential stuff, some of my better vintage audio units. And just when we got in the car and flipped on the radio to double check, they're like that was a false order to evacuate Block 6. I was like, ah. You got a piece of that banquet chicken? Yeah, I still do. Bring my Poland snacks. How close they would have to probably get within a 5 mile distance. They would probably issue a evacuation advisory, which means you have time to prepare. It's not the official to evacuate, but if you care to, it's probably wise if you want to leave now so you avoid. I remember the Street of Shattered Dreams was just choked with cars as people were fleeing from the north, going south out of the northern part of the city. And Jen and I are like, where in the hell are we going to go? So we were going to head to a shelter. We called around, but they were like full, right? Woo! Luckily, we made it through. There's Missy Jen. Guerneville was evacuated. Yeah, Jen, remember that night when we were on the radio? Hey, I'm on it. Yeah, I think that was I don't think it was the first fire. I think it was the second fire. I think it was the second or third fire. And Jen and I were listening as the evacuation blocks were getting closer and closer until finally they called our area, and I'm like, oh God, do I stay or do I go? South Russian River's evacuation too. It will be a mess, yeah. Wallbridge fire is growing fast. Nice to see you. You remember that, Jen? Nice to see you, babe. We woke up. Nice video today. We had the cars loaded and ready. We just looked at it. We looked at each other, and I'm like, "Do we go or not?" I think we called around and checked on shelters, and they were full. We couldn't get in Petaluma. We couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, last year. Yeah, I didn't want to leave either. I didn't want to leave either. It's an open invitation for the street thugs to go wild. It's like the purge, right? What we did do was get out our weapons and stay in a standby mode. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. We were in a standby mode. It was a disaster. We stayed in. Well, we couldn't find. We were going to go to a shelter, and Jen and I thought it might be wiser to. Yeah, there was no place for us to go, so we got our weaponry out and we prepared for everything around us to evacuate. Because I'll be damned, in this neighborhood that I was going to leave, and then the street thugs all come out and having a field day. Hell no. Hell no. I was like, no, 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 no. There won't be any bail bondsmen knocking on my door. I'm not Dee's mother. You have to get in your motor home. Fire north, south, east, and west. What video on this end? It seems that 101 was the main route out. No, it was the only way out. But, we're used to it. Looters. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather face it down, and the looters, the thugs are all coming out. They're going to be kicking doors and windows in and going in like crazy, grabbing whatever the hell they can. Yeah, there you go, kitten cat. In this neighborhood, that's why they hate to turn the lights off here. Hate to turn the power off. Yeah, 101 will be so clogged up. That's exactly right. So I'm going to hope that the wind dies down a little bit overnight, because they're not going to fight fire at night. They're not fighting it anyway. They're getting the people the hell out of their homes. They said take a complete video. That's exactly what I would do, Cheryl. A complete video of my home. I have I have excellent insurance, and they would have no problem. Yep. No way out. No way out. Go out with guns blazing. Boom, 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 boom. See what you're missing, Jen? Yeah, I know they're growing, honey. I know. I'm ready. I've already invited if Joey D needs a place to come. Mind changer for security reasons, and also the Boston. Yeah, I'm ready. I took time last year. I got everything reduced to what I need, all my important papers. If I left here with pictures, 6 of those units there, 6 of my pride and joy, all my important papers, everything else, let her rip. Okay, let her rip. Let her rip. Right now it's not, but it's just it's ringed by fires now. So it seems like no matter which way the wind blows, it's something's going to try to come this way. If it blows from the west, it's going to drive the fire east. If it blows from the north, it's going to drive it south. If it blows from the east, it's going to drive it this way. If it blows from the south, so it's pick your poison. Oh, you had a storm last. Yeah, I saw the pictures of it. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Hey Patricia, how you doing? Is there any way to hook up a main line to your irrigate that would be powered? No. The heat is so intense it immediately dries out the. Some people have 5,000 gallon below ground water storage units with generators and hoses that are set to spray the house and everything. What they'll do at the last moment, they'll wait till the last moment, they'll fire up that generator and they'll unleash that 5,000 gallons of water and just let it rip and hope for the best. If you leave, will the cameras be rolling if they burn up? Yeah, I would turn this camera around and set it up outside and give you guys the final view till it goes into meltdown. What's my favorite unit behind me? My Fisher 800B and my Pioneer SX780. They're my favorite units. Air quality is terrible. Pump still yeah, the Wall Bridge fires moves to the south. Healdsburg is evacuating. Yep. So that's Healdsburg's about I think 15 miles from me. 15 miles to the north. I think Windsor will be the next to evacuate. Yeah, it would be traumatic, but I'm so used to it now. It might almost be a relief, Kaylee. It might almost be a relief between earthquakes, fires, riots, and just I might be moving in with Jen. I mean, just comes a point you're so numb to it that you just don't care. I just heard that also, yeah. So they'll have to do something. But that's still a good 15. That's a long way to chew through. You have a lot of vineyards too that Creed. There's a lot of vineyards between here and the north, and they're great fire breaks. Miles and miles and miles of vineyards and things. Yeah, thank you, Steph. Just ride the wave. You have steel roof? No, we have there's a composition asphalt shingle roof here. Yeah, it reaches a point, Kaylee, where if I walked away, just after the fire, just clear the lot. I got everything I need, everything I want. Yeah, I put my heart and soul in the rancho, but if it goes, it goes. I'll take the check and just cruise on my way. It's quiet. I've been through too many of this. Luckily, I'm in the very core of the city, and they learned a lot after the fires of 2017. First time in history that I'm not talking about the Chicago fire. I'm talking about a wildfire comes in from the outside. First time a wildfire came into a major urban city, and they learned a lot about how to fight it. Uh, yeah, build a three-story house. Can't fight it, comes it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. Save your life, move on, throw some clothes in, get in the van, and just hit the road. Just hit the road. That's it. That's it. Yeah, wine is gonna. It's hard to say. Like I said in the beginning, the Corbel vineyards, they're under threat right now. The Champagne, America's Great Champagne House. Yeah, if smoke gets on those grapes and ashes and things, it becomes unusable. You get smoke and burn taste in all of the grapes. I spray. She used to pray for a tornado to hit. Woo! I think tonight I'm going to have a beer. I haven't had a beer since Saturday night. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Yep, it happened. Nothing you can do. Cheers, guys. That tastes so refreshing. So good. Yeah, deserve a nice ultra. Still listening to my bedtime story. Well, I'm used to it, Rhonda. It's been year after year after year after year. Yeah, they found out, Craig, in 2017. At any time the fire hit vineyards, it became a great fire break. Because they're irrigated, they're moist. It's very hard for fire to spread through those areas, and they became great fire breaks. And we're surrounded by vineyards a lot here. Cheers, Jackie. I tried Ultra, saw you drink it, thought I'd try it. It's good. I enjoy it. For 95 calories, they pack a lot of taste into this. Delicious. Remember, I was on Budweiser. Bobby drank Budweiser. Then I was on Bud Light because the boss drank Bud Light. Then I moved to Coors Light. One day I went to a bar, they didn't have any Coors Light, and they're like, you might want to try this new beer, Michelob Ultra. Give it a shot. I was like, that's my new beer. That's my new beer. That's right, Cheryl. You can't, the unsinkable Rosie O'Kelly. That's right. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, and I kind of look around and I think to myself now, like if I lost all of this stuff, it would be sad, but I've reduced my life down to the most simple, basic things. I'm pretty happy. Got a drink today, vodka and cranberries, right? Yeah, you can always replace the house. You can't replace life. Well, I would be out of the state. I would be moving on. If this place went, I would just move. I wouldn't come back here. It's too it's too dangerous. There's natural disasters and between earthquakes, fires, and floods. Tried Corona Premium. They're light. Yeah, I've never been much on that. Good night, Harley. Worry about the animals. I worry about the. This happened last time during the fires. All the animals come out of the hills and they start coming into the city of Santa Rosa. Bobcats and friggin' mountain lions and snakes and it's like Noah's Ark moving towards the city. Yeah, save the Fisher Paykel. Probably going to retire in Tennessee where I can afford a good home and I've had neighbors who watch out for each other. Oh, you're not attached. I would keep my household as simple as possible. I'm on it. Real simple. But remember, I'm really in the core. I'm like, if you were to draw a crosshairs on the city of Santa Rosa, I'm literally right at the middle. So there's a lot. There's a lot to chew through before it gets to here. So this is probably the most protected area in the city. Yeah, it is. I enjoy it. I like the climate here. I love the fact I don't need air conditioning in the summer. I don't like snow. I don't have any snow or ice. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful things here. Very little humidity. I like the can-do spirit of the West. I like the open skies. Having grown up in a very urbanized and sooty and dirty and gritty place, I've enjoyed it a lot. It is a paradise. Don't forget the cloth taller. Yeah, exactly. So I've boiled things down that I wouldn't be that traumatic. Bobcat's great grandmother used to not be people. I don't know. I don't want to come face to face with a mountain lion. Ah, shoot, yeah, and if you haven't hit the thumbs up, that would be great. Dag, I'm already at 2 hours. Punk burning weed. Yeah, there's a lot of things I enjoy. I love living in the West. I really do. And go visit yeah, wouldn't that be nice to yeah, Craig, I'm coming your way. Out to Long Island. Going out to Long Island. Wouldn't that be nice to hang out? I'm gonna make a movie, you know, meeting Ina Garten, right? What would it take to meet one of the people you admire most on cable TV? Well, I'm going to tell you that story. I see Ina Garten's eating in here. Can't I just go up to her table and say hi? No, we just don't allow people to walk in and disturb our guests. Ina! Yeah, I have fire insurance, yep. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. I do. Make your dreams come true. See this Dick Gideon. Poor Slob's message will never show up on the chat. What a waste. Bye, Gideon. Let's all say bye to Gideon. Bye. I got the best moderators. Don't even waste your time, Gideon. Are you jelly? Love your stories. Very rad. Yes, I smell smoke all day long. Since yesterday afternoon, I smell wood smoke. Yep. It's probably down in my throat, my nose. Oh. Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? What a great story, right? Meeting Ina Garten. One person's journey to reach the ultimate dream. Just once. Hornito, you had your tequila out last time. Yeah, we don't answer questions here. Yeah. It's up to my moderators. Yeah, we know what's coming, Sky Crash. First time in the chat. I'm going to try that beer. You got to try Kitten Kat. Absolutely delicious. 95 calories. Keeps us in fighting trim. Patricia, when you can see ashes falling like snow, it's close. You're talking within a 20-mile radius. Yeah, I got a big property. The wind's blowing it in from any direction. So, wouldn't that be a good movie? I think that would be a great movie. Knock knock joke. Nope. Yeah, I don't play. Most people come in if they're regular. They just ask the question. They don't say I want to ask a question. Right. I fell into that burning ring of fire. So I would rate my chances of getting nailed one out of 1 in 25 chance, which is good. About a 4% chance. So I like those odds. Yeah, again for the area, all those lightning strikes. Yeah, it was all like ash from cigarettes. Big. Looked like it was snowing. I sent a couple people a little video clip of it. Snow. Yep. Yeah, sign of the end times. That's it. That is exactly it. So, just I'm gonna go ahead. It's been wow. I've just been babbling like two. Yeah, 4% chance of getting nailed. I'll take that. What are the chances you get in a car accident a day? You fall off a ledge or a building, or right, a bridge collapses, or you sudden heart attack, or yeah, I think 1 in 25 shot is pretty good. Pretty good. Burn, 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 and the flame growing higher. Yeah, crush it. Hey, Enrique. Yeah, I'm going to get ready to pack it down. I want to check in on the weather report. Send out a few Gmails. Joey D, I know you're here. Just let me know what the story is on that. And yeah, save now. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Love you, Missy, Jen. All you sweetie Scottish, all you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Yeah, my mind's not in the gutter tonight. That's a rarity. All right, you too, Joey D. Be careful down there. You're more in the line of fire, okay? So if you haven't hit the thumbs up on the way out, please do so. And you all have a wonderful rest of your night. You be safe too.